Welcome to week 4. I'm very excited for this week because we spent some really good time in week 1 understanding strategy, really needing to focus. And I'll keep saying that every single week because as we get going, and this is what I went through as I was building not only this business but other businesses, losing my focus and really understanding my story and what's happening in my life and where I'm wanting to go. And so being focused on your business as the main source of wanting to create revenue and income, it's extremely important. Knowing your story, then building your audience, understanding who your audience is, what are their problems, what are their needs, who is it you're trying to attract. I know it's laborious kind of work. It sometimes can be boring. I find it boring, but it's something that we need to not only do to get started, but we need to continue to revisit as we go. And I'm definitely a living fact of that because I never expected that I would build this course for women only. So that changes everything when it comes to my mission and my vision and problem statement and all these things. So, always keep it alive. When I used to work for Fortune 500 companies, in the initial meetings, I would ask them, hey, show me the plan that you have. Show me your strategy. And rarely, some companies did, but rarely they would have it ready, available, and being revisited, I recommend once every quarter throughout the year, no matter how big the business is. So in week 4, I really want to focus on your equipment and understanding the technology and how to use it. I intend to pack as much as I can into these modules that's going to change how you think about creating videos and positively impact your business. I don't want this to be boring. You know what? Work is hard. It's just the way it is. But when we focus on the results that it's getting us and going to get us, it becomes exciting. So I'm going to stop saying boring because this is critical information. So I want to focus on this week of material. Just what you need to take an advantage of the equipment and the strategy and how to use the equipment, not at a professional level, I do a lot of crazy stuff, but it's what I do. But I want to give you just enough for you. But I want to make a very important point that I don't want you to get lost in really learning all this. I don't want you to get disappointed in maybe not, it's too much, because really this how you learn to use and implement what I'm about to teach you is subtle, but it's very powerful when you create video content. And it's I don't want it to hold you back. And I'll keep mentioning that through each of the levels or each of the modules. So I want to tell you that my goal is to draw your attention to commonly overlooked processes, strategies, and techniques that are subtle, but they make huge impacts with your messaging and, of course, attracting your target audience. I want you to use and implement what is comfortable for you right now. And don't worry about things that, oh my gosh, Ed is teaching too much, I can't do all that. Then don't. And I'll remind you throughout the modules. So what we're going to cover is your phone settings, and probably most of you already know your phone settings to some degree. But I'm going to teach you as much as I can with that and the differences that it makes, depending on if it's an Android or an iPhone. I don't know exactly everything that both phones have, but I think the basics will be available on both of them. And the understanding of what you're doing is extremely important. And we're also going to be doing lighting. So, for example, today is a great one. So I've got, it's kind of dark over here. It's a little bit more light over here. I'm also going to talk about composition. Like, what exactly does that mean? It's very important. Very subtle, and it makes a really big difference. And all of these things will keep you from distracting your audience. And then lastly, I'm going to talk about tripods, microphones, stabilizers. What about all that stuff? And I'll make links available for you so you can at least dive into those areas when it comes through where I've purchased most of my stuff, which is through Amazon, but not everything. And that's what week 4 is all about. So I want to ask you 3 questions. Here we go. How satisfying would it be to see my efforts transform quickly into tangible results? Not my efforts, your efforts. Ask this of yourself. I ask myself this as well. How satisfying would it be? I'm literally experiencing this as I roll out my business. I'm doing the same thing everybody else is doing. I am implementing my business from ground zero. Number 2, if I knew what the experts are doing on a fundamental level, would I do it? And that's a big one. If I knew it, would I actually do it? So ask yourself the same thing. Number 3, do I want conversions, revenue, growth, a robust and loyal customer base, or am I satisfied with a bigger following, with more likes, views, comments, and shares? Conversions, revenue growth, and a robust customer base is more important to me than likes, views, comments, shares, and people saying, Ed, you're so nice. That's so nice what you're doing. And number 4, am I trying to learn the art of creating videos and images that radically transform my business? Are you willing to learn that? I definitely am. So that's what I want to ask you. So if you say to yourself, yes, then I'm excited for you, because you're about to learn and experience critical stuff that will grow your business. I'm excited for you. I really am. Don't lose your focus. Enjoy week 4.